for the final video of the evening, we are going to have probably the most interesting game. Because there's a lot of QQ, a lot of tears, a lot of rage, and a great deal of satisfaction to be had. Was it this one? No, yes it was. The other one was just pure cheese anyway. This is the interesting game. So we are playing Captain Down Syndrome, or Garen as some people call him. Or Gary as I used to call him. But yeah, normally Gary because Captain Down Syndrome is a bit... it's a bit politically incorrect to say the least, but oh well. Garen. Yeah, pretty much same deal as Renekton. Stay alive early, doesn't snowball, doesn't really do much later on. Remember I said that. He's taking 0 damage from me. Like, he's just content to farm the lane. It's like, okay, this benefits me far more than you because I outscale you and I'm a fucking hyper carry later on. Remember I said that too. So let's see. What is your passive? Normal strong enemy abilities. Is it on each second? Yeah, I thought as much. Maybe that's why he keeps being able to regenerate. I wish it would quickly tell you. He's just content to stay there. Then he'll start regenerating his HP really quickly. This is why you have to keep hitting him. It stops him regenerating, but at the same time, don't lose CS. Some of them will be really aggressive and just like try and silence you and spin on you. Same deal though, if they try that, then they push the wave and just stay at your turret. See what they do. Now we jump on them. We then pull underneath him to slow him down. He'd realise it with the flash, but unfortunately I don't have the cooldown to get another Q off. Which sucks because I don't know if that would have killed him. Ignite wouldn't have helped. But Kha'Zix tried to commit to it, but it didn't work. I then tried to push the wave while realising that Garen has teleport. I don't want him to teleport on me and then failing. Like, I don't want him to fail the lane. So it's like, I'm just going to Q what I can, regenerate and back off. And then go back, buy as quickly as I can. And the first thing I do is I buy Ionian boots. Because honestly, in this situation, I sort of need the abilities off cooldown quicker. A, to farm under the turret, and B, just to hit him more often. I then proceed to fail the last hit correctly on the said turret. Mainly because I'm just confused. Yeah. So it also means I can just run to the golems, get a free health potion of sorts. Just free health, why not? I'm in no danger of dying because I have heal. It also means I'm faster than he is, right? Again, I have already have early tier 2 boots, means you can kite around faster, but it does mean you actually have to have faith in your kiting abilities and being able to react in time. Because at the end of the day, right, if you're playing against a Riven and you can't react in time, that she's heading towards you and about to smash your face and stroke out your balls off, it doesn't matter if you're faster than she is. You're dead. Can't move, you're dead. Basic rule of life, even. Not much to it. Besides, if you can't see Garen, stay away from the bushes. I haven't faced a Garen in a long time because I don't think they actually do anything, but here you go. It's not exactly an easy matchup, but it can be, especially if all they do is this. They just want to see it, they just want to ignore you. It's like, okay. But otherwise, just shoot the same as Renekton. Like, they charge at you. I'll show later. He does do something later. It's just save pool, right? Don't bother saving pool for the ult. It won't work. As in, it shouldn't get to that point. It will work, but it shouldn't get there. You save pool for if he actually manages to close the view to silence you. Otherwise, you just keep hitting him. And CS. It took me a while to realise this game why I wasn't regenerating as quickly as I should be and realise I don't actually have a revolver. And I do no damage to him because I haven't gone back. But here's the problem, right? In a pure CS war, you have to think of a decision. You have to think of the decision of who benefits better, and the other thing is, if you go back and buy something, does that mean you can force him to stop CSing? Because it's all well and good that you can CS. If there's an option that you can stop him from CSing, or just push him out of the lane so he loses CS, like I've shown you in other videos, should you take that opportunity? In this situation, it was more of a, I sincerely doubt I could push him out at this point anyway, so I have no reason to go back. I can just straight buy something when I go back. So I might as well just stay here because I feel like it. He then positions in a way that suggests that he might be getting confident enough to the point that he wants to dive me, or just hit me repeatedly. But sort of, well, until you actually do that, I'm just going to do what I'm doing. Now go see, he can't really close with me because I'm just so much faster than he is. Also, mid is failing. Did I mention this? I don't even rate Talon as a champion nowadays. Sorry, Vapora, but it's true. I just don't see what the fuck he does, like, overly well. Like, maybe that's because I play champions or which don't actually give a fuck about Talon. Maybe that's why I'm biased. It's like, he's piss easy to deal with. Especially Swain. Swain loves to play versus Talon or Pantheons. Like, you want to jump on me? Okay, you're going to regret that decision. The next time you spawn, anyway. Oh, you missed, Ari. How could you? Interesting plays. So Kaz is getting work done in mid, but Talon is still ripping Ari a new one. Now that we're at 9, we'll start shoving, because we can. Like, it's Garen in the bush. It's Garen in the bush, you do what I did, right? You do what I did, would you just go up, and then you eat it. Because some Garens will just charge out and saying, ha, you're close to the bush, and then you have your chance to run away. Other situations, it's, well, he can't close with me, just keep hitting him and keep taking small chunks out of him. Eventually he'll just wall down to the point where he doesn't want to stay in lane anymore because he can't. If he does, he dies. But otherwise, yeah, if you want to skip the laning phase of this vid, I'm not going to blame you because it is rather boring. It's normal stuff. It's past the point where I actually care. I haven't actually got back. Like, this is what I consider a remarkably safe lane to deal with. So, like, I bought a Wota because it's what I could afford at this moment in time rather perfectly. Right? So I just bought it. Like, ooh, I'm now sitting on 30% CDR because I need to wear him down more, stop perseverance. I have even more regeneration. I'm just not afraid of getting 100-0. And this build I am running is freaking suicidal versus someone who could burst you down from 100-0. Like, okay, he could probably wear me down, just stab, like flash, stab, drive on my face and all the rest of it, but I was just confident enough that I could completely outplay him if we tried it. Right? Just confident that I could. Therefore I did. What do? But yeah. We then take chunks of where we can. Normal, so I'm just going to skip over this. There's nothing new here. I'll stop if there's something that is really relevant, but this is otherwise going to be boring as shit. Oh yeah, we can probably just go to mid and see how the hell Talon is completely murdering Ari. Poor Fox. I see. Misses. He misses. Talon misses as well. And this... Did she flash? Yes, she did. What? I could see why you made this play, but I still think it's a... But, she flashed odd. And the R didn't hit anything. It hit minions. And then Talon flashed forward to kill her to cut off the second part of the orb anyway. Talon completely outplayed Ari. Ari outplayed herself. Talon wasn't going to get the kill. Ari gave it to him on a freaking platter. With a side of Fox. Ari could play this completely safely if she wanted to. Just farm with Q, farm with Q. But somehow she just keeps dying. Like, how? Oh wow, that damage. Are you fucking serious? This mid laner is actually high. Lose half HP to one combo now. Goes back in. And then jumps into melee range. This lane is much more interesting than top lane right now, because top lane is me shoving it in, wearing Garen down, just going, well, this is boring as shit. So, Caitlyn is ahead, Pantheon is getting shit done, Talon is going to murder everyone, and I'm aware of this, that my build is completely terrible versus that. Like, I am so squishy and burstable, it's not even a joke. I don't even have any armor items. Not that it would matter because he's already got Last Whisper, but it's just I don't actually have anything. Like, that's why I'm really paranoid whenever Talon's like not on the map. It's like, is he coming top to kill me? Because I don't want to feed the beast anymore. Respect to him though. It's like niche plays. I thought he left, but right now it's like, well, you have nothing. I'm just going to keep hitting you. I was like, I'm going to hit him 3 times. Just because I can. Like, where are they? Don't know, don't care. If Talon is around... Oh, that was it. Because 4 people suddenly showed up. It's like, what is the pinging for? I don't care. Talon's in mid. Don't really care. Pantheon shows up. It's like, oh, bot lane's coming. It's like, what? Well, shit. I was really paranoid that I was going to get like Flash Super Mario'd, of which I mean Flash stunned by Pantheon. So yeah, as I say, sod this, I am flashing out of here. Turns out, in hindsight, I can see he didn't have it. I would have easily dodged the Thresh Q, but I was just worried about Pantheon, really. I sort of out-mind game myself. Meanwhile, in mid, I don't know why there's a fight, there just is. The alien has met Gelasian justice. Also stop feeding my lanes, you bloody scrubs. Anyway, moving swiftly on. They do Drake, we can't do shit about it. They're ahead, I know it. I'm just banking on, maybe we'll get something done late game, because they're a really early game team, but it's like, we can't do any damage to this guy, what the fuck? I then make a misstep here, and this is what happens when you let Garen smack you over the head. Right? So I see he's going to get close. I assume this happened early on. He's charging at me. We just wait. If he looks like he's going to be able to stab you like that, you can see you have enough time that he actually raises his sword to do the animation that shows he's going to hit you with it to pull. If you're quick enough with your reactions. Like this, like I'm waiting, is he going to get it, is he going to wear off? Raise his sword, press W, he misses. Right, he assumed it hit, it didn't because I know how the fuck to play this character. Then we turn around, we hit him, and we just keep driving at his face. Except then I let him hit with red buff, and well, shit. Damage. I'm still already on half health, like what? I mean, I can regenerate it, no problem, but it's just, I don't like this anymore. He actually does some damage, even though it has no damage items. I can regenerate it, I can be an ass to him, but yeah. Then, now it's my turn to have loads of people turn up for a tea party. Then he dies of AIDS. All is good. That don't ask, don't tell rubbish. Everyone has AIDS. It's a fact of life. Especially if Vlad's on the case, he'll just give it to you for free. There's then a vague fight. And then I'm trying to pick the fight. I am actually trying to pick this fight. Going in is like, well, I can just take on all of you if I want to. Like, don't care if you want to jump on me because you're on too low health to do anything to me. So Pantheon has to leave, Talon has to leave. I'm happy to just stay here and just keep shoving. Because I don't care if they turn up, they can't do anything to me. I know they've gone back because to stay would be suicidal. But then it's like, well, shit, I didn't see this one coming. There's a bush. It's mine. Garen is in it. What are the fucking odds? This was potentially hazardous. And heal saved my face. Just. Right? I actually... Oh my god, I actually saw Caitlyn walk into the bush. Did I see Caitlyn walk into the bush? I did! I just wasn't paying attention. And suddenly Garen, like, well, shit. But the point was, we managed to get AIDS on them. I'm still trying to hang around the side and kite him. Luckily I managed to live. But then Caitlyn dies of AIDS. Which is fair justice for trying to shoot me in the face. I mean, I was pretty lucky that Garen misjudged his damage, I suppose, but blech. That was a close one. There's a bush here. Of course Garen would be in it. Lucian gets Super Mario'd. We don't want to... I just say we can probably fight this. Oh, he got died. It's like, why are we killing Pantheon Tendeon? Because, like, if you pay attention to the minimap, Talon was actually coming. I said, Talon is coming, I don't want to be here and feed him anymore. Right? Like, there he is. I'm pointing this out. Like, I don't know where he's going to go. He's probably here by now. Probably have stuck around. But it's more, Ahri's left. I don't have the health to deal with Talon by myself. And I definitely could not deal with this. I didn't want to commit to a kill where... like, only Pantheon would have died. I highly doubt Thresh would have died, and then Talon would have been able to kill the rest of us. Ahri left as well. If Ahri had stayed, I would have stayed as well, so because we probably could have taken out Talon, which would have been a good thing. But as it was, we just couldn't. So yeah, they are still ahead. People are raging, QQing, and saying, well, yeah, nothing's happening. I also then made a pretty critical error here, right? I expected Garen to be up here, which is why I'm here. Instead, he comes in from the lower angle. I was like, well, shit. I then try to, like, leave and go to mid. Because as it turns out, yeah, this is bad news. Like, really bad news. Yeah. Should have been there. Should have been in the team fights, but apparently haven't been in any. And that was completely my fault for not being with the team. Now Lucian is raging and saying, I'm just going to play solo. And fair props to him, actually. Or was it the next one? Where there was a fight and I didn't participate in it. Yeah, this one. It's like, well, they got a free pick on Leo, who Leslie is playing as. And it's like, well, are you going to do anything? Not going to. To me, this looked like they were backing out. Right, these two are over here not backing out. I went back. Like, you're not going to do anything, are you? Okay, I left. And then they decided to jump in and do something. Bloody hell, I'm always in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then Black Man gets picked and is bound in chains and is killed. Because life be rough in the ghetto, yo. But yeah, Lucian is now very, very angry and is now going to stay in the top lane for a while before he cools off again. And Kha'Zix is running around flaming that Vlad is a useless champion. Q. And Garen just like, well, shit, we can't kill the fuck. There was a question of how I actually deal with this, because right now if I actually just waltz in, spin, and get a triple kill, it's like, I am really annoyed at this fact. But yeah, there was a question of how to deal with it. I felt we had like the tools that we didn't actually need to deal with him at all, right? If I just built like Leandries and Rylai's to deal with him, it was just slow him down and he couldn't hit anyone, we just deal with him at our leisure and hit everybody else, who was actually far more important. Turns out that, well, yeah, then other thing about Talon, shut up, Pinkward down, his life is fucking ruined. Like, hi Talon! Yes, we can see you, yes, you're dead. Now we are fighting. We then murder Caitlyn. One combo, not bad. Yeah, she's fighting, but her positioning is bloody awful. She should be here, not here, next to us. Yep. EQ, that's enough to kill her. Right. Just like that. No Rabadons needed. Just CDR and be able to get everything off in time. So that was a grand total of maximum, right, of just 6-second window and she's dead. And now we play the kiting game. Because I managed to steal blue buff from her. Q. W's nearly off. Pool. I mistimed it that time and I didn't wait until it was actually like swinging before I pressed it. This time he does it and pressed on it instead. Leslie thankfully stuns Garen, and I am still alive. I'm still alive because kiting. Kiting and Leslie saved me. Yep, I know how to thank people when I need to. We're now trying to gang rape the Garen. It ends up that we need a lot of ultimates to do so. Took 3 to take down Garen. It's like, what? We really did need 3 to take down Garen. The other strange thing is how Talon, like, just sees Kha'Zix and goes, oh look, a squishy person. If you actually look at it, he has 2 damage items and it's built pure armor. Because they are all AD, right? And like, that's not going to work. In fact, it just didn't do any damage. This is why I don't really know like why people play Talon. It doesn't seem to have the damage needed. I mean, if the situation is perfect, then maybe. We're about to get Super Mario'd. I am wandering around wondering which person I can go for. Turns out I'm not in the greatest place either. But I'm just going to decide, oh well shit, I have to do what I can, don't I? I couldn't press anything in time. Ari then gets caught and dies as well. We lose 4 people in that. And then they get Baron because of it. So what went wrong here? Right? What went wrong? Leslie took too much damage when he should have been saying Lucian. Got picked for free. I should not have been there. As soon as Leslie died, I should have walked back because we had already lost people. Ari just got hooked because she's bad. Then everybody else got picked off. Then they get the Baron. They are still ahead, and things still look shit. Our team is still raging at each other. People saying, "Oh my god, that's such a useless champion," or more or less, Kha'Zix is just raging about it, but still. And we're saying we need to fight under a turret. If that. Just don't pick the fucking fight. Oh dear. So, this is currently my build. I don't have right eyes because I'm trying to build a rod, a void staff. We have this to deal with health, we have this because regeneration and CDR, we have that because in this situation I was in danger of being bursted, therefore needed it. Kha'Zix is the one who said we shouldn't fight unless we're under a turret. What does he do? Goes and fights. They are so low. Leslie misses ult, which isn't that great at all. I couldn't actually get to the back line to finish this off, but more to the point was, why did Kha'Zix go for this fight? Why was Kha'Zix going for this fight? It's like, Lucian wasn't even here. It was a 5 versus 4. Oh god, I mean, Garen wasn't here either, but we didn't have our ADC, and like, they don't have an annoying Downy, but still. I'm going to be the next Jeremy Clarkson at this rate. But no one cares about me, so all is good. Apparently he said that we had this discussion with Leslie. If you don't know about Jeremy Clarkson right now, he said that, like, suppose, oh my god, pro fucking skills. Jeremy Clarkson supposedly said a pretty racist word at the beginning of Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, the real version. Said the N word, apparently there was the S word. He asked what the S word was. I told him, well, if you're a girlfriend, you know what S word is. It's called shopping. First world problems. Anyway. Yeah, so they took our how look inhibitor. Things are looking incredibly freaking shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because they are shit. Let's not beat about the bush. We lost the Baron, we lost 2 turrets, and we lost an inhibitor. All of us died. You know, remember if we kill anyone, doesn't matter. This was Leslie's promotion game, and he was starting to cry a bit, wondering he was going to lose. Technically, it was partially my fault for not actually being in a team fight, right? Oh, yeah, we just lost 2 more people for free. What good is Vlad? Nah, none at all. You're completely correct. Have you noticed something? That's right. I still have my ult. Vlad is completely freaking worthless up until the point where he kills your entire team. If you watch this fight, from start to finish, those 2 got picked off, and all the damage that happens is what I do, basically. Garen full, Pantheon full, Caitlyn full, Thresh basically full. Talon's the only one who's weakened. It's like, well, shit. It's like, we thought, yeah, that was, this looks terrible. They're going to try and end the game. We will go in because I am a man. You will falter when we kill you. And just like that, we wipe the floor of them. No problem. Kha'Zix, as long as you lower them low enough, he can clean up after you. As long as you output the damage, it's all good. Nonetheless, they are still ahead. They took down both the inhibitor turrets, and they managed to get some damage on the Nexus. It's like, well, shit. The damage on the Nexus won't mean anything if the inhibitor respawns, etc, etc, etc. When can we even get the turret? It's like, no, let's not even risk it at this stage, because we are in deep shit right now. Lucian's in the wrong spot, and we're wondering, well, they're even going to try for it? And it's like, why didn't they go for it? Was someone at base? Oh, Talon was at base. No one that didn't go for it. This moment in time, my entire objective was to stay alive and just output the damage necessary. I already tried to pick off Pantheon, but yeah. This moment in time, I probably could have been more of the Rambo, let's get in the middle of everyone type. But it's like, well, Garen's on my face, I have no reason to yet. I don't see a good opportunity, and now I do see a good opportunity. Flash, ult, kill everyone. I will now hunt down the assassin because I am like that. Come at me. I don't need to deal with Talon yet, so I won't. And I live. Just like that. Do your job and melt faces. Do your effing job. Ult, kill, ult, output the damage necessary. Lucian can clean up, don't care. Meanwhile, I deal with these two, and like Talon's to deal with me, don't actually care. Like people saying, get the Baron, get like saying, no, end the fucking game. Holy crap, you guys are dumb. It's like, if you ever play with a Vladimir as a clue and wants to tank turrets, please leave the minions alive so you can queue them. It's not that hard. Like, I want to queue minions so I can freaking tank. Is it really this hard to understand? Apparently so. And now we're trying to shoot down the Nexus. I die for the cause. But the black man does what he's good at and managed to shoot stuff. Just like that, we managed to turn the game around. Damage. Damage balanced out with more damage through with just damage. Stay alive, output the damage, and other things were just adapt. I don't know, I'm sort of changing my builds really depending on just what's happening. Because if you start with boots, my normal build nowadays is boots 4, right? Because it doesn't matter. If then you can like judge the lane. You're always going to be safe, going to be faster, and it's like, are they easy to beat? In which case you can get away with building more offensive items earlier and be more useful and do more damage. Or if they're really hard, you can just go the normal route of like Seeker's Armguard and the rest of it, no problem. But it's like, we have an opportunity, as you saw earlier, of just going squish, and we got away with it. And then as you saw later, that CDR will pay off. But it's like, and then you can like CS better with it as well. It's like, why not? I'm enjoying my current Vladimir phase. Nothing more to be said really, besides, hope you enjoyed this. Have fun.